It's not a legacy I want to leave behind, but I am Chuck Nasty.
How the fuck am I out of whiskey already today?
This shit can't be any fucking good.
Welcome to the store.
And welcome to a crossover episode, Tales from the Podcast and the video Store Clerks here. How's it going, guys?
What up?
Good.
Yeah. So anyways, before we go and get started, we always go ahead and do a little bit of promotions on Tales from the Podcast. I'm going to get them out of the way and throw out your guys' little shit too whenever you want to there as well. First, definitely want to give a shout out to our friend Sydney. Check out her wax melts. The link is going to be in the comments. I mean, most people, you want your house to smell fucking nice. Why not buy from somebody that helps out the show here? And you can use code TFTP, save 20% off, and get really cool horror-themed wax melts. Little poison apples, vampire teeth, that kind of fucking shit. All right, and now other than that, we also want to give our shout out to houseofmysterioussecrets.com. If you're a horror fan, you probably know who that is. If you're not, you should probably check them the fuck out and use our code 4130 to save 10%. Chuck can attest. They got some pretty cool shit over there, don't they, man?
They do. One of my favorite shirts and the best fitting shirt that I own is from there.
Dude, I'm telling you, they're fucking awesome. And then last but not least, not technically last. I guess there's probably one more thing or two. We made this cool comic book that's still for sale. I posted a link there. Go check out this comic book. You could touch it, you could rub it, jerk off on it, wipe your ass with it. I don't give a fuck. Buy as many copies as you can. I heard that this is the only way for you to get into heaven.
Bargaining chip.
If you'd rather go to hell, I understand that also. And then also, we got Chuck's band. I'm sure he wants to say something about that real quick, right?
Bastard Sons of a Judas Goat, Facebook, Spotify, Bandcamp, YouTube. There you go. And then if you'd rather listen to something a little bit better, check out the Legitimate Sons of a Jesus Pig, where I go through and make his songs palpable to regular people. And we got a new song coming out eventually soon. We got a really cool guy working on doing some vocals for it. So, you can touch yourselves to that song. It'll be fun. And then Video Store Clerks. Obviously, man, I'm going to go ahead and share out your guys' YouTube. So, guys, if you can, feel free to check them out. Subscribe to their YouTube channel. And I'm sure, do you guys have anything else that you would like to promote as well?
Nope, just our channel. Check us out live every Wednesday night at 11 p.m. Eastern.
There you go, guys. So check them out.
Oh, yeah, Nasty Nation and Graveyard Talk also. My other podcast.
Yeah? How many podcasts is that?
4 altogether.
Of those 4, how many do you talk about movies?
All of them, all of them, but one not so much. Yeah. One is me just ranting.
Yeah.
And talking about music. Or just
why don't you take one of those and turn it into about your favorite show, Frasier?
Maybe I might do that.
I'm sure
I might do that because I do
really
love that show.
Boring.
Love that show. It's an amazing show. I love that show a lot. Always
it?
have. Yeah, it's a fun show. It's not everybody's cup of tea.
No, it's not. It's not.
But I think it's funny. Kelsey Grammer's a good actor. And
I think on average, most people don't like tea. I think usually if you have more than one choice,
I mean, I always
People
go.
pick always something else.
Nah,
I think
Not-
so.
not where I'm from.
Not where are you from?
Not where I'm from.
Where are you from?
We're still trying to figure that out.
Trying to figure that out. Fair enough then. So anyways, it's a fucking crossover episode. We haven't done this in a while. In fact, what was the last movie that we did together?
Oh, it's Phantasm.
Phantasm. And I don't think everybody showed up for that. Right?
Who?
I think we all were there.
Yeah, we all were there.
Where are we?
I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember if it was when Andrew was on, so I don't know if he was on that episode.
Maybe
or not.
Andrew didn't. Maybe
Yeah.
Andrew.
Maybe, okay.
Yeah. Mike wasn't there because Mike
Mike?
hates Phantasm.
What?
I'm just as confused.
I wasn't even part of the shit yet.
He wasn't part of it yet.
I can say that shit.
Look, we already got somebody chiming in.
He's new to the family.
Katie,
That's right.
I would always choose T. All right. Now
See?
I don't want to be your friend anymore, Katie.
I always go with sweet tea.
No.
So I don't know what your problem is with tea.
Well, I just saying, like, usually if you have more than one choice, you're going to pick something better than tea.
Sweet
Tea is
tea.
usually like the
always.
last resort drink. It's like,
Nope.
okay, well, I got water or tea. Okay, then I'll pick tea. But
Not
say
if
you have
you're,
chocolate milk or tea, usually you're picking chocolate milk.
unless you live in the South.
But then you're making a lot of other choices that are probably wrong too.
Yeah.
So, she says, wow.
I already got the fucking heat going.
Hey, whatever. It's all fun. So, Phantasm was a fucking awesome episode, and
Yeah.
spoiler alert for the fans of these shows, Tales from the Podcast and Video Store Clerks. That episode is probably better than this one's going to be.
Better content, that's for sure.
This is going to be a rough one.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
I mean-
when it was mentioned, I mean, I can't be the only one here who had very fond memories of the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
I do.
You know, see, not all of us. I mean, I loved that movie. I mean, it's been a little bit since I've seen it, and I mean, it shows. But,
Yeah.
I mean, it could be much worse. So,
We said the
Anyway.
same thing.
oh, I'm sure. So, like always, let's go ahead and get into some of the people behind this movie. So we got, I'm gonna fuck this name up, Rod Amatio. He directed this movie. He's dead. He got killed because he did this movie. Actually, it says that in his IMDb profile.
Fuck.
All right, it doesn't say that, but
That was not the case.
to be fair, though, he only did one more TV movie after this, so his career really went to fucking hell after that. He also really didn't do much stuff before this that was really that great.
He just did TV, didn't he?
Basically, the new Phil Silver show in the 60s, which I don't know about you guys, but maybe I'm too young to know who the fuck Phil Silvers is.
I don't know who the fuck that is either.
Right. Did some Bob Hope. I know who Bob Hope is. I mean, Vacation Playhouse. It was the wrong kind of Playhouse. If he would have done Pee-wee's, then I would have been all about it. He was a producer on the Dukes of Hazzard. I'm sure you know a lot about that, Chuck.
I was wondering if that was coming.
So,
I was never a fan. That's
No.
a big show, obviously, around here, but I never was a big fan of the show. I don't know.
yeah.
Right.
Well, then going on to the writers for this, we obviously have Rod doing a little bit of the writing as well, which he probably shouldn't have. And then we also got John Pound, who is basically in charge of doing the cards, and he's basically only credited for this as well as the TV series, which unfortunately is also better than the movie. I mean, that's not really saying too much. We also got Linda Palmer, though, who did some of the writing for this as well. Really didn't do too much. Her career basically was a few things here and there. But as far as her writing goes, she did this, Legion of Fire, and Family. Did 2 episodes of that. So her writing career was not that great. See, sweet tea is definitely a Southern drink. And David says Phil Silvers played the role of Sergeant Belko.
Oh,
There
okay.
we go. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
And here's Ron, you fucking asshole. We can do
There's that fucking song.
Man.
I can't get that shit out of my head.
Already started.
Yeah, it's
About
Well,
working
to be
with
fair,
each
I think
other.
everyone's going to thank me for not having that video clip.
Oh, I was
Well,
kind
isn't
of
that-
you would.
Isn't that what spawned this whole crossover episode?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
started
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. Chuck mentioned this movie and I liked it, and then I kind of zoned out. So, I mean, that was enough for me. As far as this movie goes, we have one major star, and if you paid attention to the credits, you could really see who that is. Mr. Phil Fondacaro, who has that top credit for no reason by himself there because he was probably the only person that went on to do anything worth a fuck. For those who don't, I mean, some of us on this show, I'm not going to mention names, despise little people. And I'm not sure why. But Phil was awesome. I mean, he was Turok in the original Troll. He was in Bordello of Blood. I mean, the dude's done a ton of fucking shit. He's fucking. I personally love the dude. I think he's a great actor. And
I know who you're talking about now.
oh, do you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, when you said Bordello of Blood, because he's like the main dude that helps out the vampire chick.
You mean he's the only little person?
Is he the only one in the movie? Then yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
I always liked him in Ghoulies.
Hate little people. What are you talking about, bud? Chuck's gonna get that, but he's probably gonna be the only one.
I got it. I got it.
But
funny.
I mean, Phil was also in Evil Bong, The Haunted Dollhouse.
Oh, he was an evil bong. I like those
Yeah,
movies.
yeah. The Black Cauldron. He was in Willow. He played an Ewok in Return of the Jedi. I mean, he's been around. He's done quite a bit of pretty cool shit.
Yeah.
And she says, "Well, now I can't watch." I'm assuming. Oh, yeah. She's basically a midget. My bad. Oh,
For the record, nobody on the show hates little people. Just for
no.
the record.
I made that.
JB's just being an asshole.
Yes.
There is one in particular that we don't like, but that's not everyone.
Yeah, I mean, and he deserves it, to be fair.
He does. Yeah, fuck
I
yeah.
thought you meant Bridget.
No.
No. We'll have a chat after the show. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
We got Anthony Newley in this as Captain Manzini. I mean, to me, he's probably most famously known for this role, but he was also he did some of the musical stuff for Willy Wonka the Chocolate Factory. He was in Dr. Dolittle. I mean, this guy's actually done quite a bit of fucking shit, to be honest with you.
When I was rewatching this, at first glance, I thought it was the bad guy from the Punisher movie with Dolph Lundgren.
Really?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Wow. No, it's not. No.
No, I know that, but it looks like, is what I'm saying. Like, it kind of confused me. I was like, man,
Right.
different time periods.
But this guy's been acting since the 40s. Like, he was in fucking Oliver Twist. Like, you would never. Like, I honestly, like, he doesn't look his age to have been doing shit in the 40s. We also got Mackenzie Aston in this playing Dodger.
Who is he? Like, what else did he play on? Because I didn't bother to look that
Facts
up.
of Life. He
Yeah.
he kind of got
Facts
to be
of
a big
Life.
star of Facts of Life.
Okay.
That's Sean Astin's brother.
Yeah. Did not go as far as his brother.
No.
I bet they hate each other. I bet he hates him.
I don't know.
I would. I'd be like, you know what?
You would.
I should
You
have been
would?
on that journey with you, and I'm not. So fuck you.
I mean, I'm trying to think if he was in anything else that was actually good. Like, I'm looking at his IMDb credits, and it's like a lot of one-off stuff, a lot of shorts. I mean,
I think he did some stuff when he was older, like TV. I'm sure he guest starred on
yeah, a
Law and
lot
Order
of
at
like
one point.
TV episodes is like one-offs on TV episodes is basically the majority of it. He did a movie called Elfman. Did Hell and Mr. Fudge. I mean, it looked like after Facts of Life, his career. Kind
What
of
was that last one you just said?
Let me find it.
Mr. Fudge.
Hell and Mr. Fudge.
Hell and Mr. Fudge.
Yes, Hell and Mr. Fudge.
Okay.
I kind of
What's that about?
I kind of want to look that one up.
It's a very intriguing title.
This is going to talk about the movie that we should have watched. Hell and
Yeah.
Mr. Fudge. Well, I mean, I'm not 100% sure if that was any good or not. Like, I'm trying to find it again because I scrolled past it so I can actually look up the synopsis for us. I mean, let's be honest, it does sound a lot better than what we watched. But
But right here it is. He played Edward Fudge in that. So
Edward Fudge.
In 1970s Alabama, a young preacher struggles with his faith and attacks from his church after being hired to prove whether or not hell exists. Actually, doesn't sound.
Where's the fudge coming?
That's his name.
Here comes the fudge. Here comes the fudge.
Right. Let's see here. And
Then if it comes to G.G. Allen picture, we won't go there.
I assumed it was a joke, Ron.
Oh, an ice cream.
Don't ask me how, but I know what it's like to have Bridget the midget on my junk.
Oh, she is a nasty, nasty person. I had a friend tell me that they saw her at a strip club once, and she was eating food off the floor. Like, that she is just gross.
That sounds gross.
That's
Happy New
fucked up.
Year. Or Hell Comes to Frogtown, says
Great
Rod.
movie.
Now we also have Katie Barbary in this as Tangerine. I mean, she did more than some of the other people in this. I mean, she did Every Which Way. Doña Barbera. I have no fucking clue. Looks like a Spanish show. I didn't realize she was Spanish. She might not be Spanish either. I just, but yeah, she is a Mexican American. Let's see. I mean, she did a lot of TV stuff too. I mean, a lot of it's in Mexico, obviously. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce any of this shit that she was in. I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that to the show. I mean,
Or the language.
It'd be pretty fucking bad if I even fucking tried.
Yeah.
Trying to think of who else was really in this right here. I mean, you get, like Debbie Lee Carrington did Valerie Vomit. She was in Men in Black, Total Recall. She's all that. Bedtime Stories. She actually had a little bit more of a career than a lot of the other people on here. I'm trying to think. Yeah, we had Lynn Cartwright in this as well. Ron's actually a huge fan of Lynn. But I'm A League of Their Own, Men in Blue, Dynasty.
Who?
Lynn Cartwright.
I don't know that person.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. Old time actress. Old time actress. Old time.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, to get into this movie a tad bit, we'll start off with the plot synopsis and kind of move from there.
Okay, who wants to explain the plot?
Well, I'm going to give you what IMDb says, and then I'll let you guys choose what we're going to move on to. Dodger must confront the struggles of life as he is visited by the Garbage Pail Kids and intimidated by some older bullies.
Some older blue bullies. They were like twice his fucking age.
It looked like it, but if you look it up, fucking Mackenzie Aston and Katie Barbary were actually dating in real life, and they're only 2 years apart. She was born in 1972. He was born in 1974. I was like, holy shit! You can't tell by looking at them. They look like farther apart, but for real, they were
in the movie.
legit.
He says he's 14, so I figured they'd be like 18, 19.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Chuck actually had this conversation earlier, I think, didn't we?
Maybe.
Did I mention? I think so. Yeah, there's something there. I mean, very, very big pedophile vibes. I mean, sure, like in real life, 2 years apart, but I mean, in the show, like in the movie, I mean, like, there's a clear difference of somebody being a fucking adult and living like not.
It looks kind of weird.
Besides the fact that all these people were standing around while he's in the bathtub watching him.
I was just thinking that. I was just
get out of here.
Like, what?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
When me and my kid watched this, because he had never seen it, and I hadn't seen it in a while, and when that came on, he just kind of looks at me and he goes, "Why are they just all standing there while he's in the bathtub? Is he naked?" And I was like, "He's in the bathtub." He's like, "Why are they just standing there looking at him?" I was like, "That's a question I can't answer for you, but it's kind of weird." And he's like, "Yeah, just a little."
It would be one thing if
lots of weird things in this movie.
There are. That is probably one of the more questionable parts of this movie is that bathtub scene. It's like, why? Like, are they just gonna all start peeing on him or something? Like, it looks really bad. It just was just creepy.
I mean,
I will say though, there are some things in this movie that I really wish we could take out of this movie and put into the real world, like the state house for the ugly. I can't say I'm technically fully opposed to that.
Yeah. Well, these days it wouldn't be a thing. I don't think.
I don't know.
I think something like that would get canceled pretty quickly.
Do you?
The house for the ugly these days?
That would get canceled?
Please.
Like,
Well,
I think it would.
They had
Over in the
cages for too
pedophilia?
weird and too bald.
Yeah. Too fat, too small,
too hairy.
I mean, yeah, like I'm fucked if this is ever real.
You have to make it a more PC name, like the aesthetically challenged or something.
No, that it would definitely not be a thing if this movie came out now.
No.
Or if it was real, it would not be a thing.
Let's see. Ron says, like the Greek Marina Sirtis from TNG playing a Mexican woman in Death Wish 3. And David says, the title sounds like a spoof of the Cabbage Patch Kids.
That's exactly what it was.
That's what it was.
And then Ron says, pedo. Did this take place in Louisiana?
Oh.
Nope. Van Nuys.
There's a lot of inside jokes being thrown around here.
Yeah, that's definitely, yeah.
Half the group doesn't know.
No. And for legal purposes, we will tell you later after the show.
I mean,
our producers are coming to me now. They're telling me that we need to stop. Anyway,
but no. I mean, there's still a lot of other things that we could talk about. The fact that Dodger being beat up by people in their mid-20s is fucking insane. Like, no matter where you are. Like, I mean, is this guy, because he's obviously money hungry.
Yeah.
And he thinks this 14-year-old's going to be like the one who's loaded enough to actually go and kick their ass.
He kicks his ass so bad that then takes like $4 from him.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you just dumped
in the sewer and fucking drains like fucking shit water all over him.
Yeah.
For a couple of bucks. Like,
I was just like, what's the backstory between Juice and Dodger? Like, why does he hate this kid so much?
Yeah, they don't ever really explain that. Like, I guess the guy's just like been the town bully forever, I guess, and everybody's scared of him. But it's like, how old is that guy supposed to be?
Well, who's the oldest one here, first off? Because I was born in 88. So this movie took place before I was born.
My mom took me to go see this movie when I was a kid.
All right.
I was born in 84.
So you were a kid when this one came out?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Just turned 42.
Okay. So around 87, was this what bullies were like? Did the world change that fucking much?
No.
Like,
no.
When you were like in elementary school or high school, kids beating your ass and taking your lunch money?
Like, no 20-year-old like came to the playground and hung me upside down and took my $2 lunch money out of my back pocket and dumped me in shit water. Never happened.
Never.
I mean, there were definitely bullies in my town, and I definitely got picked on. But I never got. I was actually, it's kind of fucked up. I wouldn't say I was thrown in a sewer, but I was thrown into because we used to hang out at this unfinished housing area or whatever, and they used to have these big tunnels basically that were like part of the sewer system or whatever that they hadn't finished yet, and we used to hang out in there like dumbass kids. And I did get like thrown down in one of those once. Not like this. They get shit water all over me, but
you didn't happen to see a giant rat when you were down there, did you?
No, actually, we walked all the way to like about middle of that thing, and it started getting really creepy. And as I've gotten older, and the more I think about it, ooh, that's terrifying. What if they would have closed that fucking hole while we were in there? Oh, I don't even want to think about it. Yeah, terrifying. We're going into therapeutic issues now.
No. I think we should go deeper into this and figure out what the fucking real problems are with you.
I think we might have found the source.
I always had a way. I always have had a way that I knew how to piss people off. And I used to piss off the bullies all the time because I'm a smart ass.
Where they trap you in a fucking sewer? Like
no,
fucking pipe?
No, but locking me into a closet in an abandoned house once. God
damn.
Yeah, I got almost drugged on someone's bike once. I've got my ass.
This is the question that nobody ever asks, but I'm going to do it, and I'm just curious.
What?
Did you do something to deserve this?
A lot of times, no.
No, they just did it. All right.
A lot of that's honest truth. Like I really did. Like I don't know. I got called a fat ass once. I told the guy to shut up, and then 3 guys got out of a car and beat my fucking ass. Why do you think I look like this? I was like 13, 14 years old.
I just thought that was the way you looked. I had no idea.
Oh yeah, I've always got a big nose. That's like that's just my heritage. But
Well,
like
I
that
mean,
thing right there.
From one of the last episodes we did, I mean, it's hard to tell when somebody's Jewish. I mean,
Right.
you weren't there for the last episode.
No, I wasn't. You're right. I wasn't.
Yeah. So last week I found out Bill Goldberg was Jewish.
I don't know how you didn't know his. It was pretty obvious.
His name's Goldberg.
Yeah.
All right. Well, first off, you ever see a Jewish person use a fucking menorah to fucking kill somebody, or use anything from the Jewish faith to kill people in film?
I mean,
Usually, Jewish people are pretty respectful of their religion.
Yeah, but it's Goldberg.
Yeah.
He doesn't really have respect for anybody. So whatever.
That's fair.
Fuck Goldberg.
Said, wait,
Fuck
Chuck
Goldberg.
knows how to piss people off. The hell you say?
Yeah. Done me wonders.
Oh yeah.
That's why I am the man I am today.
It started at a young age.
It did. In the sewer.
In the sewer.
I mean, wow. I mean, you're
Where he found 4 turtles.
Yeah. I found 4 turtles. Brought them with me. Gave them
He
pizza.
lives in Kentucky. He just turned them into soup.
Yeah.
So, there was no chance for those turtles if Chuck found them. So, anyways, this movie, Garbage Pail Kids. God damn! I mean, it's a hard one to talk about positively. That's for damn sure. I really did like this movie a lot growing up. I liked the music in it, which I don't care for too much now. There's a lot of things I didn't realize too. Like there's a scene where Alligator goes and lifts up his arm, and you could see where the fucking arm stops and the real human is. Like,
Yeah.
Little things like that you just don't notice when you're younger. I mean, the things just look so fucking cheesy. I mean, so fucking cheesy. They did not really have any good special effects. I'm not even sure who did the special effects for this, but I guarantee it wasn't anybody who actually tried. Like I was very disappointed going back and watching this one. I almost wish we would have done something else so I could have still pretended like I liked this movie.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not by any means a great movie. No, there are aspects of that I think are just really they're so stupid. It's kind of funny. Like I don't know. It's a goofy movie. I've always loved those cards and everything. I covered a whole base in those stickers once. So like I don't know. I like the whole the grossness of how they actually look. Every one of them are terrifying to look at. Every one of them, except for Alligator.
Yeah.
But like the snot girl, dude, I would have just knocked her head off her shoulders. Like, dude, get your fucking nasty ass away from me. Ugh.
Well,
the crazy thing is, I think it got pulled from theaters after a couple weeks. It was so bad, but it actually made its budget back.
Well, I mean, what was its budget?
$1 million.
$1 million.
Yeah, it grossed 1.5. I mean, they probably pulled it on purpose so nobody can watch it. That's probably why it's like, I don't know about you guys, but I have this movie. I do too. I don't know if it was streaming anywhere, but I don't think it was.
No.
So I don't think that they want people to watch this movie without paying $20.
Mm-hmm.
I had to
That's
rebuy
true.
it. It sucked.
You had to rebuy it.
Like now it'll just collect dust on my shelf.
You're not gonna watch it every year. Remember it. Have
No.
fun with it.
Because I don't think I've ever seen this movie in probably the last 15 years, maybe. I might have seen it once since then. But I used to like it too. And then watching it today, I was like, why does it seem like this movie's been on for fucking 3 hours already?
God,
Oh, I know. It doesn't like
And then
it doesn't
it
never
still had
stop.
like another 45 minutes left.
Yeah.
Right. The worst part is it only had a running time of like what, an hour 40?
Like an hour 31.
Well, I mean, on IMDb it has it clocked in at an hour 40. So I think they might have, because mine, yeah, because
That's probably
I'm pretty
with the
sure it was like
credits.
an hour 30 something. But like, yeah, I think you're right there. I think they might have even on the theatrical version might have extended the credits out because it seemed like the credits kind of went pretty quick too.
Yeah.
But I don't know about you guys. I watch them. You never know when you're going to get like a credit scene in the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
I always just like seeing what the hell, like who sang the songs and shit. Because some of those band names are kind of fucking funny.
what was the name of that one?
This one was pretty bad. The music department for this one, we had Hack'em Strokes, Hack'em and Lady Diana, Jimmy Scarlett and the Dimensions, Ed Cooper, Diana Stokes Williams. I mean, technically it was like the same people that did almost all of it. Like it was the same family, other than Jimmy Scarlett and the Dimensions.
Because that was the main theme song at the end, right?
Which one?
You could be a Garbage Pail Kid.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see.
You can be a Garbage Pail Kid.
It doesn't show who actually did which ones on here. Unfortunately, it just shows who did the stuff. I'm pretty sure that the Jimmy Scarlett and the Dimensions was probably the club. And god damn, they were not known for doing a lot. That's for damn sure. They did this as well as Body Slam from 1986.
Body Slam.
That's a good flick.
I mean, with $1 million budget, I mean, you can get only so much. And I mean, I'm kind of curious who the fuck, like, how they came up with the plot for this movie, too. Like, you're going to make a Garbage Pail Kids movie, but ultimately have it based around fashion?
Yeah.
Like, am I the only one that thinks that this doesn't make any fucking sense at all?
It's creations.
It is a weird. It's a weird plot. I mean, it's a very strange plot.
I think the funniest thing though was they had the fucking like fashion show at a place called McBundy's department store.
Perfect.
That shit fucking killed me. I was dying.
Yeah.
As soon as she was like, "Let's go to McBundy's," I was like, "Did they just say fucking McBundy's?"
Yep.
They didn't even try.
I was like, "I need to get some of those shirts made."
Right.
I am kind of curious with the name Tangerine. Like, was I the only one who was thinking about the Cure song "Wrong Number" the entire time her name got mentioned?
No.
No Cure fans, really?
I like the Cure. I just don't ever. They're not one. They're not one of my go-tos.
Well, I know. I mean,
Hey, I know.
if they would have done some of the soundtrack shit for Frasier, you would have loved it.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Salads and scrambled eggs. Yeah, I can see it.
I mean,
Say something about scrambled eggs.
It's the Frasier theme song.
Frasier song.
do you know the whole theme song?
I probably could. But
That's
I'm
probably
not,
more entertaining than this. Let's hear it.
I'm not doing it. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick though.
Well, there we go. We lost Chuck. I mean, probably got all the useful information out of him for this movie anyway. I mean, there's really not a lot going on with it. I mean, I really think we kind of fucked up doing a crossover episode on this one. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah, shit.
I mean, there's so much better that we could have done. I mean,
There's
realistically,
plenty of
this
time.
could have been like the one opportunity I had to really fucking make Chuck really uncomfortable and do like Journey to the West and watch something really fucking off the wall for him. But
Well, we were talking off screen the other night after our show and saying that we were going to do a double feature on The Rock and Pauly Shore just to fucking send Chuck over the edge.
He said he wouldn't show up.
I don't know. Like, are you talking about the actor The Rock or the movie The Rock?
The actor, he can't stand him.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there's something about him where I think he's going to end up being like the first president of the world. But
That's what his show Young Rock's about.
I've never seen his show.
Hmm.
But I will say Pauly Shore definitely probably deserves a little bit more respect than The Rock, though. I mean,
Shit. Here we go.
Pauly Shore's been in a ton of really, really, really good movies. Like, when was the last time you sat back and watched Encino Man? That's a fucking killer movie. We should have done Encino Man.
I was actually
Right, Chuck?
watching this interview the other day with Adam Sandler and Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
And they were saying, once he saw Encino Man, he was like, "I gotta have him for this fucking movie, Airheads."
Oh yeah, I saw that interview too. That was a good interview. I mean,
was.
I do
even that
love
interview
Airheads.
was better than this movie.
I think Airhead's a really good movie.
Not as good as Encino Man.
No, it's better than Encino Man.
No, it's not.
Yeah, like by far.
When was the last time you sat back and watched Encino Man?
Oh God, long ass time ago.
Yeah, I think you need to go and do.
Oh, Encino Man's great, minus that Pauly Shore fuck.
No,
Yeah, fuck him.
Pauly Shore's great in it. Like not as good as he is in.
Pauly Shore's
Biodome.
not good in anything. Oh God,
Yeah,
do we
he
really
is.
want to do this?
We're doing it right now.
Fucking.
All right.
Fucking
Like
Pauly
what else
Shore.
are we gonna talk like with Pauly Shore? What stuff he was in that was fucking amazing.
He should have
Did
been.
he
in
do a
Garbage
music
Pail Kids.
video too?
Jerry Duty was great, right? Such a
Jerry
classic.
Duty was fucking
And in the army now, man, such
that was
classic
another
films.
funny one. Son-in-law.
Son-in-law.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
all
remember
those
on a
was
Goofy
great.
movie?
Yeah. All his great comedic performances, such great charisma, such classy comedian entertainment. Yeah.
You don't.
Hey, buddy. Ooh, ah. I hate him probably worse than I hate Adam Sandler, and I hate him too. Pauly Shore is one of the least funniest, probably one of the worst things to ever come out of Hollywood, and probably his mother. I just no. I hate Pauly Shore. I can't stand him. I will say this though. He put out that movie on Netflix a couple of years ago where he played the guy that wouldn't leave the fucking guest house, and that one was kind of funny.
Oh, so you gotta pick and choose which Pauly Shore you like.
Yes, I can do that because it's my life.
Pauly Shore is amazing all the way around.
Pauly Shore is an amazing turd with legs. I don't like
He's
the guy.
fucking hilarious, dude.
He is not. Man, the movie Pauly Shore is Dead. I love that movie so much just because of the title. Like I can't wait for the day. Like, oh, Pauly Shore found dead because he realized he sucked.
That's horrible.
I know it is. I take it back. I don't wish death on him. If somebody just cut his tongue out, that'd be cool. I'd be all right with that.
I even liked Pauly Shore's appearance on Married with Children. That appearance he did on Married with Children was better than the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
Wow.
It was. Pauly Shore's a great actor. I mean, he's fucking better than what's his fucking face.
Who?
Bruce Willis.
Oh my god!
Bald,
what is this movie?
Fuck.
This Garbage Pail Kids movie has rotted our brains to the point of madness now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, all right. Around here, we go around and we usually give a rating. IMDb gives this one a 2.7 out of 10. Me personally, this gets like a 1 out of 10. It ruined fucking part of my childhood rewatching this movie.
That does happen sometimes.
It would be like if I unfortunately I've went back and rewatched Labyrinth so many times that I still love that one. But it would be like if I went back and watched it and realized, oh my God, I fucking hate this fucking movie. And I mean, that's a song I don't mind getting stuck in my fucking head is Magic Dance.
Yeah.
But this movie is just a big heaping pile of shit. There's really nothing that good about this movie. The best thing about it is Phil Fondacaro, and he doesn't even get a fucking talk.
Who?
I know, it's a little person.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. But I mean,
it's a running joke.
You don't even fucking hear him talk. I don't know about the rest of you guys what you thought about this movie, but let's go around. Mike, what do you think?
Pure dog shit.
There we go. If you had to give it a 1 through 10, though, where would you throw that?
Is there anything below 0?
I mean, it depends. I mean,
Sub-zero
anything. I mean, you can give it a chuck.
There is no redeeming quality about this film, and I think that's the draw for most people. When people are driving down the road and they see that car wreck, they have to watch. And I feel like for some people, it's like that with this. Because like when you're going through the credits and everything, I mean, it's like everybody that was involved in this, it's like their whole career just torpedoed. Like nobody really did a whole lot.
Except for that one guy.
The one guy that you don't like actually did have a really good career.
Who was it again?
It doesn't matter, does it? Because you're not going to fucking act like he even exists.
But all those guys are wearing fucking the gimmick. So it's like, they can get away with it because people were like, oh, well, I don't recognize him from Garbage Pail Kids.
I had my kid believing they were real for like 2 minutes.
From what I heard,
I was like, son, those are people. They're real people. And he's like, what? I was like, yeah, they got them in this movie because they had nowhere else to put them. And so they look like that. And he was like, oh my God. I was like, yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? I had him believing they were real. I was like, but if you ever meet one of them, don't be mean to them, though.
I had heard Mackenzie Aston signed on to the project before his dad, John Aston, even found out about it. And his dad, once he saw the script, he was like, holy shit, I got to get my son off this. and he tried to and couldn't do it. So
Yeah, he knew it would end his career, and it pretty much did.
God, yeah.
He said he tried so hard to get him out of it, but he couldn't.
But let's be honest, though, it was probably for the best. I mean, he was a child actor. It just saved him years of therapy appointments and drug habits and prostitute addiction. I think it probably worked out better for him in the long run.
possible.
Yeah. And his brother got to take all the good stuff. He's the one who just sits in the basement with the rest of the family's pissed and angry. No one likes us.
I mean,
Chuck goes on a tangent next.
Oh no, Dave, what do you think of this one?
Oh, 1 out of 10 for me.
1 out of 10.
Man.
And by the way, Sean is it's only his half sibling.
Oh, see, that makes
really?
perfect
So
sense.
yeah,
then.
so he got the better half elsewhere.
Yeah, Sean.
So
Sean was actually adopted by the Astons.
well, they're half related.
Yeah.
So I mean, might have been like a legal adoption, but one of the parents is the same on both sides. It's not like he adopted him from the fucking orphanage, but yeah.
It was the stork.
It was
Stork.
the stork.
Pretty sure it was Patty Duke.
It was Patty Duke, yeah.
I mean, she might be a stork. So Dave, where did you say you would rate this?
1 out of 10.
1 out of 10?
all I can
Really?
do. I think it was just a bad cash grab. They just handed it to people. Were like, here, write something. We got to start shooting tomorrow. And
Yeah, that's what it was. They said it was just they were
Really?
trying to cash in on it. Yeah, they literally just threw together in no time whatsoever because
and you
they
can
had
tell.
a limited window where they wanted to get it out. They were trying to what were they saying? They were trying to capitalize on
the cards.
the Cabbage Patch Kids, but they were doing this, and I think it was the same studio that did the Masters of the Universe live action film from then,
Which was a much better movie.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, that had its issues as well, but
Yeah.
it was.
I'll fight about some of the stuff with that movie that I thought was better than it should have been.
The Topps trading cards produced it.
Yeah.
So
But
it was just a cheap cash grab that they filmed in probably a day and a half. They wrote the script in probably a couple hours, and this is what happens.
It is a really good question of like what JB was saying earlier, like where the fuck did they get the ideas for this fucking movie? They could have gone a simpler route, a better route, and they chose to just kind of take a really weird route. I don't know, like some of this shit, I don't know.
And probably the most insulting part was playing the episode of The Three Stooges in the movie theater. It was like, no.
Yeah.
That's the most insulting part.
Well, the one that comes to mind. I mean, and like you said with the pedophile vibes, what is with Mancini and Dodger anyway? Where are Dodger's parents?
I don't know. Maybe you got to.
They don't explain shit in the movie.
I mean, one of Mancini's lines is he goes, "I've gotten out of tighter places than this."
Whoa.
There's a
Well,
few
that's
times
really
that-
saying a lot about Mackenzie.
There was twice where, he pretty much was like, "Hey, get out of your clothes," and then take this.
Yeah, that is
Well,
true.
It was the 80s. I mean, I was born after this, but I'm assuming to everybody else who was born before this that you guys had to deal with a lot of really old bullies and creepy old men trying to get in your pants and watch you bathe.
It was rough.
I'm sorry you guys all had to deal with that. I'm
One therapist at a time.
I'm very sad about it. Like, Chuck, I mean, we already know what happened to you. It's, I mean, showing how true some of the shit in this movie is. I can't imagine what happened to the people that are being silent. I mean,
Chuck's a
hopefully you
survivor.
guys didn't have any magicians in your life, is all I'm saying. Chad, what did you think of this movie? If you had to go and give it a rating.
Well, like you said, I had some good memories of this before too. Like, I remember it being all really funny, and then this time it just seemed like it fucking took forever to get through. I mean, I still laughed, but it still, like, I just kept catching all these weird, like, undertones of the nonsense.
Yeah.
No, I'm probably gonna go with like a 1 as well.
All right, that's fair. I mean, I don't think any of us have went above that.
Chuck, what about you, buddy?
All right, so the thing you said earlier about how it ruined your childhood, like going back and rewatching and all that shit. Like, I totally get that. That can totally fucking happen. That happened. Like, did you ever see the original Captain America movie that came out years like Well, like I hadn't seen that movie in years. When I was a kid, I loved that movie. I got older and rewatched it with my friends, and it was pretty miserable. We couldn't even finish watching it. I was like, that was really bad. We were really stupid kids. I'm glad our taste got better. This one has that same kind of feel, yes. But I honestly didn't hate rewatching it. Yes, there's some. You really can't defend this movie even if you actually like this movie. Like, I liked it because it was kind of stupid, kind of goofy, and I don't know. There's something strangely, I don't know, fascinating about the story because it's so fucking stupid. I don't know, but I'm actually gonna give it fuck. I'm gonna give it a 2.
Ooh.
Just because, like, this is one I can't go back and rewatch. But now that my kid really liked it, I'm probably gonna have to watch it more. So
I'm gonna ask you in like a couple of weeks what you think about this movie then, because I got a feeling every time you rewatch this movie with your kid, that you're gonna really be fucking picking this fucking piece of shit apart.
Oh yeah, I mean probably. That's usually what happens. It's kind of like like a Baby Shark and all that shit. Oh god. Yeah.
But what you said though there, talking about Captain America, reminded me of an amazing movie that I want to run by you guys for the next crossover episode if you guys are all down. Have any of you guys seen 3 Devadam?
No.
No? Oh my god, you don't know what you're in for. Oh. It also goes by Turkish Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
It is a fucking hilarious, crazy fucking ride. Basically, it's Captain America and Spider-Man's with an S.
Oh boy!
I will show you guys a preview after this show because I don't want to get flagged from anything on YouTube or whatever. But it's fucking worth it. But,
is it an old movie?
I mean, yeah, a little bit. But I mean, it's fucking hilarious. So, I mean, there you guys have it. I mean, we collectively think this movie is a piece of shit. It wasn't that good. I mean, It sounded like a really fucking good idea to talk about this movie when it was first mentioned. I mean, it really did, legitimately. I mean, now I'm scared to go back and watch certain things. Because now it's like, because usually we go back and we'll watch something, Chuck, and I mean, it's like, okay, that's as good as I remember. That's not bad.
Well, I was actually ready to go to bat for this movie until I really started thinking about it, and then I was like, they're not wrong. This movie does kind of suck, but still, I don't hate it.
Hold on. What would your original rating have been if I would have let you go first?
No, I mean even before we got on here, I was thinking about it before we were even on.
Before we came on here and everything, like pre any of this conversation, in your head, what was that rating going to be before you logged on today?
Oh, it was probably going to be like 4 or 5.
I knew he was going to say 5. I knew it.
Man.
I mean, I went back and watched Masters of the Universe a couple months ago, and it still rocked.
Yeah. I can't argue that at all. Masters of the Universe was fucking awesome. Even though we did get what's his fucking face? Oh my god, why can't I even think of his fucking name now? Gwildor. I am somebody who will go to bat for Gwildor all fucking day long. I thought he was a cool fucking character in that show.
I do think that if with the right with the right writers and whatever, like there could be a pretty cool Garbage Pail Kid movie that they could do. I mean, just give it a different story plot and everything. And I think it'd be kind of cool.
What kind of plot are you going to base off of fucking cards, though, man? I mean,
I know our movie.
Yeah.
That was one of the original ideas. They were saying that they had another guy lined up to direct it, and his idea for the film was going to be a straight-up horror movie where there was like these broken dolls in a trash can, and there's some radioactive material, and fucking they turn into like serial killers and shit.
That sounds a whole lot better than what we watched.
Yeah,
It really does.
Like
then
that
they
plot.
realized they couldn't afford Wes Craven, and it fell apart. They hired this guy.
But they knew they couldn't market that. You know, it's like we're trying to market it to kids. We're trying to take advantage of Cabbage Patch Kids. And,
Well, they had the cartoon going too, so I mean, they had the TV show. So I mean, it makes sense to push this towards kids. But I mean, even going with the child-oriented fucking story is the best fucking idea you have to go with the fucking fashion designer. If you're pushing this at kids, that doesn't even fucking make sense.
No.
It seemed like the clothes were originally supposed to be drugs.
I mean,
I feel like
would have made a little bit more sense if there was more drug activity. I mean,
the non-union sweatshop.
You know,
They robbed. While they're singing that
toughest
song.
bar.
Like,
And then Juice is on the phone. He's like, "You get the package."
Yeah.
He's on a payphone talking about when the shit crosses the border, call me.
Can you imagine that walking down the street and seeing a sign for in a store non-union sweatshop?
I mean,
like I'm sure that they were trying to be they were just trying to be funny, but
I mean, they couldn't even pull that off.
well, apparently they don't know what humor is because none of that was really funny.
No,
I'm trying
Like,
to think of what else did Juice do, because his name's Rod
I
McLachlan.
don't think anything.
He did Silk Stockings, one episode
go.
in 1997.
oh wow,
10 years later. And
thought I
then he
recognized
did
him.
the TV movie from 96 back to back. So after this movie, he took 9 years off.
I'm telling you, man, this fucking movie fucked everyone up.
I'm kind of curious of like what he did for a living, though.
Beat the shit
Like,
out of children.
I feel like he worked at like
That's how he got paid.
he worked at like a Kmart till they closed, and then started doing movies again.
Bricklayer.
I just can't imagine him doing any fucking thing.
But oddly enough, this is like we talk about films that get remade, and you're like, why the fuck are they remaking this shit? They should go back and remake shitty movies. And this is the prime example. It's like if you're gonna remake something, this is the shittiest of shitty. Like you can't go any worse. So you're gonna hit a home run no matter what.
Yeah.
there's worse.
I got a feeling that they're not even going to be able to make this much better. Like, don't get me wrong. I think if they put a tiny bit of effort into it, it will be better. But I don't think this is ever going to be a good movie, even if they fucking reboot it. Like, there's no way to, like what kind of storyline are they really going to go with this? Like, you know, even going with the horror movie aspect. I mean, just saying horror movie isn't going to give it like a whole idea, though. I mean, you know, and then what they're doing that with like the Winnie the Pooh thing and all that shit. Like, I guess you
Just give it.
but I mean, it's just not like going even with the doll route. Like, that's too much like your demonic dolls and your fucking shit like that. Or, you know, even Puppet Master had like a weird fucking, you know, thing they just push it into the fucking dolls. I mean, that whole route's still kind of like already done. I mean, they're going to be rehashing multiple ideas into one fucking movie to even make that work.
Just make them sewer people, and just give. I would say just give the idea to Damien Leone, and then let him do his magic.
I don't know.
I
I don't think there's anything that's
say-
going to save this.
I was gonna say give him the Blumhouse because you don't want to give it to somebody who has a future still.
Fucking Blumhouse piece of shit, motherfucker. Yeah,
He
wasn't
wasn't-
fucking worse.
Yeah, he wasn't saying Blumhouse was good. Don't worry.
No, but I mean, what are they gonna do? They're gonna fucking Black Christmas that movie up and fucking make it really fucking shitty.
No, I want it to be good.
We should come up with a treatment, and then fucking when we go to Monster Mania,
Give it to Blumhouse and make him better.
Go to Leone and be like, "Here's our fucking treatment."
Yeah.
Garbage Pail Kids, the movie remake. What do you think? And film his fucking reaction.
He'll probably spit on us.
Yeah.
I mean, like, are you trying to
outta
get
here.
people to hate you? I don't know if I'd ever mention this to anybody. Like,
I would, because I've always said that I would love to see this like be done right. Because I don't think
it could be.
I don't think I would go the doll route. I think I would just make them just deformed kids for whatever reason, like they were stuck in like.
I mean, that's what they were supposed to be, right? They're from fucking outer space.
Yeah, they didn't really explain it.
Didn't they do deformed kids in that Freaks movie?
They're
at the beginning of the film, the trash cans floating through space, right?
It's like
that's right, yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the
they land on Earth.
Even that, I mean, I can't imagine. Like, well, maybe they should do Garbage Pail Kids' origin story and figure out why they went to space first. Like, there's nothing that they can do that's gonna fucking make this good, in my opinion. I can't imagine
planet
anything.
did they come from?
I don't know, fucking garbage. I mean, came from that fucking sewer that fucking Chuck left 28 years ago or whatever.
It's the garbage planet.
I
Like
can't.
Turns
they
into,
kept
like,
launching
Futurama.
garbage into space, and then over time, like a fucking solar flare or something came and hit. You know, like in Dark Phoenix, in X-Men,
Yeah.
when it hits like something like that hits the garbage.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Personally,
I'm spitballing here.
I mean, there's a lot of ideas on the table, but I don't think any of them are good.
I mean,
like, from anybody.
like the only thing you could do is like you would have to lay out the cards and then pick and choose certain characters to go with the story.
Well, yeah. First off, there's way too many fucking characters.
Well, plus with CGI now, it's a way different than it was back in '87. So I mean, you could do something that looks a lot better than the animatronic garbage that they had.
Yeah, but I mean, even with that, unless you have a good budget, that CGI is going to look like shit. So, I mean, if you're going to go the CGI route, you better have at least like a $300 million budget, especially with that many characters and them all being CGI. There's no way around that.
Or even animation.
And then what? Then you're going to have to hire Andy Serkis to do everything because he's the only one who can fucking do that shit worth a fuck.
I think a video game would be more fun.
That'd be interesting.
Explain to me the video game plot.
Well,
For Garbage Pail Kids?
You wouldn't have to. You just have to go around and unlock all the other Garbage Pail Kids.
Unlock them.
Yeah,
It is fucked up how like they just like the one like society like the ugly people camp or whatever. They just fucking grab the kids and crush them in a fucking trash compactor.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean,
the fact they were letting this movie to be towards for kids is kind of funny and actually really kind of disturbing.
And then like two guys are running around town with a fucking big ass net and they just capture kids and kidnap them. And then like they pay people to bring kids in. It's like human trafficking at its finest back in the 80s. Like he's just fucking.
I mean, you guys had it tough.
I mean,
it was cocaine and human trafficking. It's all the
magician pedophiles and older women trying to get you and tease you to fucking get your clothes.
I did have a baby snag run.
What if we just do a straight up sequel? Garbage Pail Adults.
I don't know. Like you know what? Actually,
grown up now.
Yeah, grown up Pail Kids.
Doesn't that the Hills Have Eyes?
Yeah, there you go.
I mean,
that's the crossover. That's how he connects. That's what happens when they grew up.
They're a bunch of inbred kids.
Ruby.
There's no way. I'm sorry. There's no way that this could ever really be done again.
What if we went the Cool World route and one of the artists
Cool was actually a decent movie, though.
Drew up the cards, got sucked into the world of the Garbage Pail Kids.
But what is
that's
that
actually
world?
a believable story that I can see somebody doing.
Like having it based more off of the cartoon, then?
Yeah, is that what the cartoon was? I never saw the cartoon.
Yeah.
I
never saw the cartoon.
But
it was a cartoon.
Yeah.
I never watched it.
Weirdest crossover ever.
Not that I remember.
Yeah, I know. We should have picked something better.
But you know what's fascinating about this is fucking Garbage Pail Kids comes out in '87. Child's Play comes out in '88. I mean, it's like I was saying about that other guy that they were going to pull for the director who just wanted to have a fucking doll that was a serial killer. I mean, it's like that projected that idea, and they were like, okay, we're going to do this, but we're going to do it right. And
there's a huge difference, though. I mean,
there's a huge difference, but I mean, the concept, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I mean, Garbage Pail Kids had John Carl Buechler, while fucking Child's Play had fucking Kevin Yeager. So,
right.
I mean,
but I'm saying, like, if that idea was already put out into Hollywood or somewhere, if there was some kind of script or some kind of idea that, like, hey, we're going to have this radioactive doll that is a serial killer, then they might have picked up on that, and it might have been like the spark for Chucky. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm saying it's interesting that, you know, a year or so apart from each other, that happens.
Right. Well, I mean, we've had killer doll stuff before Chucky, even, but it's just, man,
it's the killer doll thing is like I'm so tired of it. But
I don't know what's that new one that's coming out. It's not a doll, but that
Megan. Yeah, we were talking about that the other night on the Store Clerks. Yeah, like I don't know how I feel about I don't know how I feel about that one yet.
I just have a bad feeling. Like, I think I'm going to get screwed with this movie. I think it looks good, but there's something about it that it's going to be one of those movies where it looks good, but then it sucks.
It's not going to be.
Didn't we figure it was about a robot that can pop lock and do the robot?
Yeah.
Well, see, I don't know. There's two things about that movie. First off, with the Megan movie, you got Blumhouse producing. So in some way, it's always going to be a piece of shit. But then on the other side of it, you also got James Wan. So, I mean, it's one of those weird things because James Wan's not horrible.
Right.
It's PG-13.
Well, I mean, so that doesn't matter, though. I mean, I've seen a lot of good
there's a lot of things that are PG-13 that aren't even that bad. I mean,
horror movies that are usually better, though.
Well, I mean, it just depends on what you're into. I mean,
yeah.
I think Blumhouse ruins it more than a PG-13 rating.
Yep.
I guess we'll have to find out.
I've got Chuck on board with this Blumhouse bullshit.
You really do. Yeah, fuck Blumhouse.
It took me a year.
And Pauly Shore. Fuck them both.
I'm going to get you to turn around on Pauly Shore, though.
No.
I mean, there's some redeeming qualities.
No, there's not.
There is.
That might take a couple years.
I'd rather watch a Carrot Top performance now than watch Pauly Shore.
No, you wouldn't.
It's kind of scary.
You're making that part up.
I don't really like Carrot Top either, but
well, I mean, nobody really cares for Carrot Top.
He's just scary looking.
What was that one movie he did though that was good? That Chairman of the Board was funny.
You would be surprised, man. Fucking people love Carrot Top.
Yeah, no, I mean he has his own show in Las Vegas.
Yeah, he's been selling out Vegas for years, man.
Yeah,
crazy.
He just. I mean, because his act's actually kind of funny, but like he's just hard to look at. Like it's just like God, dude. Like
Garbage Pail Kid.
He does look like a Garbage Pail Kid. He is fucking scary looking. He looks like a deformed version of the woman that did the teacher on Magic School Bus. Like, looks like the bizarre version of her. It's tastes terrifying. And you know what though? Like, and Pauly Shore just has a face that just like I don't know a concrete fucking slab could only love. Like I do not like him. I do not want to eat. I don't want to have anything to do with Pauly Shore in a house. I don't want to have anything to do with Pauly Shore with a mouse. I don't want to have anything to do with Pauly Shore, at all. Really? I will not like Pauly Shore. Sam, I am.
Anything Pauly Shore is better than the Garbage Pail Kids movie. Though.
I'm gonna have to. No, I'd rather watch Garbage Pail Kids like 10 times in a row than watch Pauly Shore.
Wow, really?
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I think you're lying. I think you're over exaggerating.
It runs deep. No, dude, I hate Pauly Shore. You understand? I hate Pauly Shore. Not as much as you hate Nick Cage.
So we're gonna do Nick Cage is a fucking piece of shit.
Wow.
Not as much as Pauly Shore.
I mean,
buddy, little town of cheese.
At least Pauly Shore wasn't like, let's do the Wicker Man remake.
I mean, that was a stupid idea too, but fucking Pauly Shore
really
sucks.
Fucking stupid.
Biodome is the most overrated comedy ever. Swear to God. But oh man, you ever seen Biodome? I'm like, yeah, I've seen it. It sucks. What? You don't like Biodome? Yeah, I hate Pauly Shore. What do you mean you hate Pauly Shore? Like, I swear to God, every time I mention that to anybody, I just thought people had better taste in things. I don't know.
That was the first time you seen Tenacious D in a movie together.
Chuck also hates Tenacious D.
No, I don't. I like Tenacious D.
Oh.
Don't assume makes an ass out of you and me.
I wasn't assuming. I was pretty sure you said it before.
No, I never said that. I've always liked Tenacious
pretty sure that you said, I love Bruce Willis and hate Tenacious D.
No, I'm pretty sure that never happened. I don't sound like
that. Are you sure? I mean, I'm not the best at impressions, but I sure as fuck tried at least. I should have had Ron on. Ron, message me. I'll get you on here and have you do the impression. Ron does the best impressions of Chuck.
Ron does an impression of Hulk Hogan. He doesn't do an impression of me whatsoever. Because I live in Kentucky.
JB, have you seen Chuck's Stallone impersonation? Or heard?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I guarantee
you. Let's see it. Let's hear Stallone.
Let's hear Stallone's review of Garbage Pail Kids.
Better just not be you fucking making fun of mentally disabled people.
I already did it. You talked over.
Oh, my bad.
Nope, not having again. Sorry.
Let's hear it.
Nope.
If Stallone was going to review this
Nope.
film, what would he say?
Yeah, you watch this movie, just go for it. But if you don't want to go for it, then fuck this movie. You know?
I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Oh man,
His heart wasn't in that one.
No,
Hey.
it wasn't.
he's
Hey,
getting
yo.
hurt.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you tried.
I
mean,
tried. Goddamn. Give me
You tried
something.
harder than the people that made this movie.
We're
So,
gonna
I
have
mean,
to review Creed 3 and then just have Chuck talk like Stallone the whole time.
Don't make me watch those
I'm not
movies.
gonna watch
And then
that
we'll put like the
episode.
little like Stallone face up with just Chuck's lips through his mouth.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
mean,
yo.
wouldn't be
Yeah.
hard to set up an overlay for that. Let me know if you need help.
Oh, God.
Chuck could tell you, I'll be the first person to waste a lot of time on something stupid. Yes, I know, but I guess I really don't have anything else to say about this movie. It was a piece of shit. I don't recommend it.
We all give it one big turd. There we go.
You gave it 2,
I gave it 2 big turds, so it was that big of a turd.
right? You
A
were
little
just
bigger of a
reminiscing
turd.
with the sewer.
There's
I
not
think
a
I'm-
lot of movies that after you watch them, do you just feel drained?
I don't know. I've watched.
I fell
Yeah.
asleep watching this movie more than once.
Like it's just, ugh. Like I
was
just
rough.
feel wiped out. Like I could take a nap after I watch this movie.
It was bad. I mean, I can't think of one good thing about this movie. Really,
That's what I was saying. It's like no redeeming quality whatsoever. Fucking
nothing. It's just-
Quick, get the kids before they're crushed at the ugly house.
you know, I mean,
Who thought of this idea? Like, how much
You know how much
cocaine do you
money-
have to do?
you
To,
know, how
like,
much
think
money
that's a
the
good
world would
idea.
save, though.
Huh?
You know how much money the world would save if we did that?
Oh, fuck me,
You
running.
know, between orphanages and prison systems, if we just
Oh,
started
boy.
crushing people. I mean, I'm just saying, like, as somebody who pays a lot of fucking money in taxes every year to fucking support some of these things,
Also,
rather
tell us
buy
the
a fucking
podcast
new
video
crusher.
Store Clerks does not always agree with everything that comes out of everybody's mouths. JB being one of them. Thank you.
it's fine. It's fine. I mean, I'm
Hey, yo, I'm just saying, like, it's not a good idea. You know, just saying kind of stuff is bad.
whatever. If you had a bunch of tax money coming out to support that shit, you would get it. It's just one of those things. There's like certain.
I
Things
mean,
I don't.
I mean, there are some people that are locked up that I'll go with, but I don't know.
I'm not saying everybody. I mean, fuck,
Yeah.
you can only put so many people in a crusher to begin with.
They're fucking orphanages. What?
Or all right, well, oh my god, all right. We all know, no matter what. I mean, some of us don't want to say it, but some kids are fucking ugly. And I mean,
whoa.
there is. You can tell
Hey,
me wrong.
hey, wait a minute. Every kid is beautiful in its own way, no matter how disgusting they may look.
Dude.
Oh no, I can't disagree. There's a lot of ugly kids out
There are
Chad,
ugly
cover your
kids.
ears.
What?
I said, Chad, cover your ears.
Why?
They're already covered.
there.
Well, we were talking about with Chad wearing the hair gimmick and all. If he just put the zits on his face, he could be that nerd.
You could have.
Well, see, that's why I threw in the Hawaiian shirt to kind of go with Wendy Winston.
Yeah.
And besides, yeah, Wendy Winston, they couldn't have found a fucking black dwarf in 1987.
There was
they
none.
there wasn't none.
No,
They weren't invented yet.
No, they quit doing the crusher in '89. So I mean, she got crushed.
Man, that's brutal.
I was sitting there thinking, I was like, really? There's- didn't have-
Fucking Arturo Gill is playing Wendy Winston.
I mean, they probably could have, but
Fucking Jim Cummings. Jim Cummings doing the voice for Greaser Greg.
he did the voice on a few characters, if I'm not wrong. I mean, didn't he?
Probably.
Yeah, he was a nerd too.
Yeah, yeah, Nat
And
Nerd.
ashamed to admit it. That's like one
I
of those
mean,
films-
he's probably ashamed to admit that he fucking had anything to do with this.
Who are we talking about?
Jim Cummings.
Jim Cumming. He
Who?
did. He was Razul in Aladdin. He was in the voice of Tigger in the Winnie the Pooh movie. Bunch of the Winnie the Pooh shit. The Princess and the Frog. I mean, he's a big time voice actor. He's
Oh, okay.
he's up there, but like,
He's been around.
no offense, but he's no John Cassier.
Right. That one's like John Cassier.
He's top notch as far as voice actors go. But yeah, you guys heard it. Here. This
Perfection.
movie's a piece of fucking shit. Don't waste your time. if you really want to waste your time doing something, I mean, at least this episode was less time than that movie.
Yeah.
That's about the only redeeming quality I can give you.
I'll say give it a watch. Chuck says, check it out.
I mean,
check out
maybe
the car
with
wreck.
yeah,
Check it
but
out.
I mean,
with hard drugs, maybe. I mean, I don't advocate drug use, but
Chuck also drinks Keystone. So if you're a Keystone kind of guy,
do some acid and watch Garbage Pail Kids. I mean,
I don't even think acid.
I don't know. Yeah, that'd be.
I mean,
I don't know about that.
I think that'd freak me out more than anything.
that'd be that's for sure.
I don't think drugs can make this movie better. I don't think drinking can make this movie better. I don't think you being high as fuck can make this movie better. I mean,
no, not really. And I know because I've watched this movie many times in my life where I've been
I'd
very
rather watch
fucked up.
fucking Troll 2 again than this.
I mean, I have watched this movie on cocaine back when I was doing that shit like many years ago. And it wasn't good. Really wasn't like, it wasn't as bad as I realize it is now.
Should have did Troll 2 for this episode instead of.
Oh, God. Troll 2.
I love that movie. That shit cracks me up.
That movie is funny. In parts it's not even supposed to be. That movie is hilarious.
You can't piss on hospitality. I won't allow it.
No.
You ever seen the documentary about that?
Yeah, it was really good.
It is actually really good. But it's actually really sad like when they start realizing like it's not that big of a deal. Like they're going to all those, like that one guy that was in the movie is like a dentist now or something. But like the director of that movie thought that he had like some great movie. And then when he actually went to
He was a dentist before he did the movie.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, but the director though, because he's from some other country, I can't remember which one. And
Italy or something.
was it Italy?
It was Italy.
But he got word that people were doing like midnight showings and like these weird, like he had like a cult following to Troll 2, and so they invited him to come speak at some midnight movie thing or whatever. And he got pissed off when he found out that it's not that they actually think it's a good movie, that it's actually considered one of the worst movies ever made. And he threw a big old fit about it because he went into how that movie was so much more than it really was. And he was kind of an asshole about it. But yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I don't have anything else to say about this movie. I don't know what you guys do.
No.
Let's
Never
wrap
again.
this- Yeah,
Never
let's wrap this shit up. Remember, please check out the video Store Clerks over at their YouTube channel. I will go ahead and throw that in the fucking links in the comments. Once again, give them a subscribe. I mean, subscribe to us too. So do whatever the fuck you want. Buy our comic book. I mean, you can do shit to that too. This movie fucking sucked. I mean, it didn't really. I'm kind of disappointed in this episode because how shitty this fucking movie was. Should have done better. I mean, fuck.
I'm
probably
sorry.
An episode of fucking Chuck's Frasier could have been better than this, and fucking Frasier sucks fucking donkey dick.
Shut up. Shut your goddamn whore mouth.
I mean, whatever. But
You just shut up, okay? All right.
Everyone, give us your opinions, though. And before I go, though, I do have one question. Chuck, did anybody reach out to you in the last episode with what I told them?
No.
Nobody did? Oh,
No.
they probably knew I was lying then.
Well, considering the fact that like that's not really like unusual for me because of my health, like you should have said something funnier, but whatever.
I mean, I thought it was fun.
Like if you'd been like, "Hey, Chuck's getting a high colonic right now," like that's funny because that's not actually happening at all. But I could actually be having a colonoscopy done at that moment, so that's not really that funny. See, it's not. I'm not offended by it. I'm just like
funny.
But not if it's like something I go through like every few weeks or so. It's like, oh, you might actually be.
Didn't know you're doing.
My only thing was I was afraid people might think I was actually like something was wrong with me. Yeah, I mean, there's obviously something wrong with me, but I mean, like physically.
What the fuck?
For those who don't know, Chuck missed last week's episode, so I told everybody to give him well wishes, and that he was healing up after a really bad colonoscopy. So that's what happens when Chuck misses an episode.
Wait, did you happen to see Mr. Fudge? Chuck
no, Chuck might have.
Is that where it happened?
Dr. Fudge.
He saw Mr. Fudge and ended up in hell. So there we go.
I'm gonna go check that movie out though.
You should do it. You should do a documentary about going for a colonoscopy and call it Hell and Dr. Fudge.
It would be better in this movie.
Hell in Fudge Town.
Oh my god.
All right, I'm wrapping this shit up. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching.
It was good seeing you anyway.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
We'll come up with a better episode. You guys can stay online.
Thanks for being on. Thanks for us having. I'm so
yeah,
glad I'm on.
okay.
It's good that you're on, Chuck. I'm glad you're on too.
Yeah,
Because I'm on
remember,
both shows.
guys,
Get it?
Check out Chuck's band, The Legitimate Sons of a Jesus Pig.
Oh,
They are
shut up.
Oh.
Bastard Sons of Jesus Go. Check the shit out.
My bad. I was all right. Yeah. But check out the other band too. They're pretty cool and shit. Thanks for watching, and the crypt is closed. Fuck this movie.
I gotta take a shit.
It's not a legacy I want to leave behind, but I am Chuck Nasty.
How the fuck am I out of this already?
This shit can't be any fucking good.
Welcome to the store.